All right, hello everyone. Welcome to our new podcast. This was all Charles' idea, okay? Charles came up with the idea, and Marc came up with the name. It's quite a good name, actually. I'm disappointed that someone like him can make such a good name. Oh, they're talking. Oh no, what a great start to the podcast.
Hey, about the podcast.
The name of the podcast is Bruhaps We Chat.
We chat.
This is when you play some like jazzy music as like an intro. It's like
that comes later. We'll add better production in later episodes, but
Okay.
right now
Have like a fireplace sound in the background.
it's like the fireside chats, like Roosevelt. Like it's just
Can we do virtual backgrounds on Discord?
no, you can't.
Oh, that
Plus,
would be funny.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I'll be uploading this video. I'll be uploading this video anyways. But you can listen to this podcast like just as an audio anyways, because like I don't know. I prefer listening to podcast audio. Though like there are some podcasts where they have like the four corners of the screen that we're doing right now. But okay, regardless. Right now, at least in this episode, you got me, Cary, Charles, Marc, and Moss. Now we might have other people like Nick or Preston at some other point, but at least for right now, it's just gonna be.
Can you guys hear the fire?
The four of us. No, we can't hear for everyone who's listening to audio, Moss has pulled up a fireplace on his phone and he's putting it up to the mic. Moss, we can't hear it.
It's pretty loud
Okay,
though.
just stop. Okay. But yeah, no, so we just thought we'd make a podcast. This is something that like at least I've been wanting to for some time and then Charles is just like, yo, we could do it. And then
We should do it.
And then within 30 minutes, Marc came up with the name Bruhaps We Chat.
Perhaps we chat.
But no, like I mean, we're probably just gonna be talking about like whatever we want. Honestly, whether it just be like gaming stuff or life, anything that comes to mind. And at least in the beginning, I want to start off the first topic with. I know I've already mentioned it on the stream before, but my wrist is having pain again, and it actually really like it sucks. But
This muscle in my hand hurts a lot.
you're having wrist pains too.
Not wrist pains.
I
I've always
pinched
had
my
wrist pains.
hand and it started bleeding the other day.
You what?
Charles got little bitch hands.
Charles has bitch.
Wait, what happened?
hands.
What do you mean your hand started bleeding?
No, like it got like I pinched it on something, like it got, and then it like broke the skin.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you meant just like pinch and it started bleeding.
Yeah, like you
Why is
fucking.
this what we're
Like how
doing?
hard did you pinch your hand?
No, like
No, I
You
was,
said pinch me, I must be dreaming, and then you pinched yourself.
You
and
pinched
"Oh,
it way
pinch me,
too
I must
hard."
Be bleeding.
that's
No,
that's.
yeah, I was cleaning my computer and then I was trying to put the case back together and then I freaking.
Oh,
pinched
dude,
my
I
hand.
cleaned my dude.
Charles
I
Pepega
I can
computer
recommend
village.
this. I can recommend this to everyone. Not only to like people in to the three of you in this call, to anyone. Clean your room is like once you're finished, you just feel so good, like mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually.
Cary.
Like it will change. It's so nice. It's just like
Sexually?
Like, you can walk through your room and just like not like have to like, oh, there's a dirty spot here or there's some
Yeah.
there's some
Cary,
some boxes in the way.
You could bring a
The
girl
last. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Hey, no, you can't do that. Not before marriage. You don't do
Huh?
that.
That's not allowed.
Charles.
in. No, but like to watch cartoons.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
can Sally come in my room? We're just gonna watch
We
cartoons.
just watch cartoons.
Okay.
I
so
guess so.
I
I'll be
guess.
checking in every episode.
I
though.
suppose you may.
No, what do you say? Marc?
No, cleaning. I think this can attest for both Moss and I. If we get to the point where we're cleaning our room, it's either because someone like family's staying over and we have to, or our
something
mom
seriously wrong.
bitches us out enough to do it. Especially right now, like I'm literally in my room to change my clothes. I go in our bathroom to like get cleaned up and stuff and like take a shower if I have to. Besides that, I'm not in my room. I'm down here.
Yeah, I guess it's different for me because my computer is in my room. So like
yeah. So
I'm never in my
well,
room.
because that's
yeah,
like one of the things.
your computer's
neither
not Charles, all three people except for me, their computer is not in their room.
Well, Cary,
dude-
it's also like if your room is messy kind of thing. Like that's your workspace. So like if your
Yeah.
workspace is messy, you can't really like focus.
No, yeah, because like I remember because I came back from college.
Well, that explains why I did so bad in the second semester.
No, 'cause
my setup's a fucking disaster.
in August when I left for college, I cleaned my room and I was like, all right, I'm going off to college. And when I came back for Thanksgiving break, my room was so messy. Like I think my dad has been like, because sometimes he'll just sleep in my room because it's an empty room. You're like, all right, I'll sleep in here, I guess.
Carries out
And-
storage room.
And then like there's like I had a Lego. It's in the background, but it's this big fucking like Lego rocket set. It's a Lego set of the Saturn V rocket. It was fucking in the corner on its side, and like there's some dust in the corner. It was so messy. I was like, what the fuck happened here? And like it's been like this for a while, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking clean my room, and it was so, dude. Just the entire floor is clean. I reorganized so much shit. I threw out so much, like, dude. And I've just been like been really minimalistic about like just my possessions.
When I finally was able to get my stuff from school, I brought it all home. All my tech stuff brought home, organized, monitor, unpacked, pristine, clothes, toiletries, bedding, everything else has been sitting in my room since June. Literally hasn't been touched or unpacked.
You gotta clean that. Wait, do you two? I haven't been. Do you two live? Do you two share the same room?
We did up
Till,
until
like, middle
sophomore year.
Of
No.
middle school?
Yeah,
or-
sophomore year.
I started sleeping in the guest room in like 8th grade.
It was not 8th grade, Moss, because we didn't get rid of the bunk beds for a while.
Yeah, you had a bunk
Well,
bed.
just-
I remember.
No, Mark, just because we got rid of the bunk bed sophomore year, because that's when we finally were able to sell them. We didn't sleep in the same room. I started sleeping in the guest room in like 8th grade.
It was freshman year, not 8th grade. Like maybe
it?
summer before. It was freshman year, but it's because we had bunk beds since we were like,
But now
4
you
years
sleep in
old.
separate rooms.
Yes.
'Cause I would
Now we-
imagine
Well-
if you
Well,
still slept.
technically right now, because in the summer it gets too fucking hot, and I can't do it with like.
we don't have
heat.
AC, so
Oh, me
We
neither.
don't have
But
AC.
I
so
fucking
we sleep in the basement because it's nice and cool down here.
because
yeah.
it's all cement.
Because it's all cement and cold.
Yeah, the basement. Like I don't have air conditioning either. It's so bad. It's
It's
Dude.
like, here's the thing: sacrifice a bed, and waking up every morning like sweating and like being really uncomfortable, versus sleeping on a pretty comfortable couch
Mine's not
in a
very
nice,
comfortable.
cool
yeah.
temperature.
That's the thing. It's so like, dude. The weather in LA is a fucking cheat code. It's an IRL cheat code. Like it's like people are like, oh, it must be so hot over there, right? It's LA, it's sunny, beach all the time. No, it's like 65 degrees. There's a light breeze there all the time, and it's like it's a fucking cheat code. Like I assume I know it gets hotter during the summer, but it's like it's not humid, and I don't know like it baffles me that some people don't realize that like there's a difference between humid heat and dry heat. Is there two like completely different things, and it's just. Yeah, I don't know. It's sad. Like I'm sitting here. Like last week it was so hot, and I'm just sweating my balls off. And I know how nice it is in LA. Like, it's sad. It's so sad.
Well, it's only gonna get hotter. It's gonna be in the 90s for like the next week, as of when we're recording this.
Bro, it's literally tomorrow. It's gonna be like 94, and then Sunday it's gonna be like almost 100.
Dude.
Yesterday
gonna
we
be
had the
humid.
most disappointing storm.
What do you mean disappointing?
Yeah, it
What?
rained. I don't
It
know.
was
It was
just-
pretty. It was fucking raining, dude.
Well, it was raining, but like it's just thunder.
I love
It was,
rain,
like-
dude.
Well, Charles, when you're at our house, everything's like amplified a little bit.
Cause we're a lot
So
higher
like
up.
the rain was fucking crazy.
What do you mean
the
you're
wind
higher
was
up? I have to
nuts.
drive down
We're
a
at a
hill to
higher-
get to your house.
We're at a higher elevation.
What are you talking? Yeah, you have to
What do
drive
you-
up a hill and then down a small hill to get to our house, Cary. Top of the world, right there, like towards
Is
the
the
top of the
highest
house.
point in central New York,
Is it? I
other than like
doubt
the
that.
Adirondacks. and
It's
shit.
one of them.
It's not It's not the highest point in Central New York.
I think the
Adirondacks is not central New York. Adirondacks is.
But Moss just
very
said,
much
"Oh, it's the
upstate.
highest point in Central New York, except for the Adirondacks." But I bet, except for
It
an
is-
actual
it
mountain.
is one of-
That-
it is
I
one
don't
of the
know. I don't know
highest
how
points,
you.
though.
I don't know how some people consider things differently, and some people are like, oh, no, it's one of the highest points in the area.
Your house is
least
in the
in the-
middle of nowhere. It still shocks me, like how
No,
how
but you
anyone
say middle of-
how like any like how any like man in a suit is like, yeah, let's build a house there. He just points to like a random piece of farmland in the middle of nowhere. It's like it's next to a
Hey,
road, I
land is
guess.
cheap, but also, Cary, you say 5 minutes. I drive 5 minutes, and I'm at your house. You know, like
Yes, but it's like
yes,
and
we're kind
anyone
of
who's
middle
been
of
to their
nowhere,
house
but
knows.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's
Cary, you
nice.
live in a neighborhood, okay? When you
Why is that? Why
like-
are you saying it as if that's a weird thing? It's
You're
No, it's not a
comparing
weird
it
thing.
to our house. We
But
don't
it's just
live
like-
in a neighborhood.
we don't live in a neighborhood, which makes it seem like the middle of nowhere, but it's really not. Like Preston lives right next. He lives just like right. He's got like a span of like 3 houses.
It
where
seems
he
like
is.
the middle of nowhere because there's no houses nearby. Like there are definitely houses that don't live in the neighborhood, but they're all
It's
like along a
called-
road. But if you have a house and there's no houses for like the next like mile, then it's a bit of middle of nowhere.
Well, remember, Cary, Shrek liked his privacy, and I think my parents did it as well. That's why we built here.
Okay, I want to go to the topic that we were actually going to talk about first,
Okay.
and I want to. Did you, Charles? Okay, did you try to transition out of it?
Out of what?
Out of the topic that we were talking, because like we were gonna talk about like cartoons, and
I don't
you
know. I was just...
no, okay, never mind. All right, but back to the beginning of the podcast. I was talking about how like because I haven't been able to do much because of my right hand, and so I've been binge watching, or I guess rewatching Regular Show, which is like a show that
Hey.
I've watched when I was younger. It was a really big like favorite of mine as a child. So I just I've been rewatching the whole thing because like I stopped watching it when I like in the last year of middle school because I mean I started to grow up. But like, and this is the thing like Marc and like all my life I've been having to live around Marc and Moss. They make tons of SpongeBob references like 24/7. I'm like,
Look at Moss's tank top.
and I'm like, I didn't watch a ton of like I was a Cartoon Network kid. I was never a Nickelodeon kid, and like that's just the thing.
Weird.
I mean, it's weird.
I watched both.
You did like
Yeah.
So the thing with Cartoon Network, because we watched Cartoon Network too, right? Like it would be those Sunday nights where you'd have like 3 episodes of like 3 new episodes in a row of stuff. Regular show just it was like funny, but our parents were like really like this is just bad. Like you should not be watching.
looking
this.
back, I can like I'm rewatching it. It's like this is like really weird. Like I don't.
Well, because I've been watching. So the creator of the show, JG Quintel, just dropped his new series on HBO
Yeah,
Max called Close Enough,
enough.
and it's pretty much like
Regular show was swearing.
not actually not at all. But pretty much the thing with regular show is like regular show. Pretty much what the team tried to do is like kind of push the line. Like see how like there was the episode where Mordecai and Rigby swore. And it was like a big
Wait,
fucking
when,
deal.
When was that?
I don't.
I'm on season 7 of 8. I watched all the episodes. I don't remember a single episode where he swears.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure there was
maybe it's
one.
coming up. But yeah, like if you don't know the show, like it's like they're like, instead of like drinking alcohol at parties, they'll drink tons of soda. Like there's
Yeah.
tons of soda, and then like their way of getting drunk is they'll eat chicken wings, and it's like they'll eat so many chicken, like, and they'll black out, and they'll be like, oh, how many wings have we had? Like it's
Yeah.
it's a replacement for alcohol, and I think like
And
they learned
watch
because
that
like they
video.
realized that like people would like put beer in like wings, or like they would mix in like they would put beer like in like on wing sauce or something like that, and they're like, oh, we can run with that, and they just like made wings their metaphor for alcohol. Like,
But in general, like with
beer
Cartoon
batter.
Network, Cartoon Network's shows generally were a little bit more for older audiences. So like Adventure Time, right? You're not gonna watch it like Adventure Time. Now looking at it is something where I'm like, I actually would kind of want to watch this show because like I feel like I would understand it a lot more. But then Cartoon Network also had the Annoying Orange Show and
oh, I
Looney
didn't even
Tunes
watch that.
and
I did not like
freaking
that.
and all the
It's
Lego
so
shows.
bad.
Most of the Lego shows at that time were
Oh,
on
Lego Ninjago was
Cartoon
very
Network.
good.
Ninjago.
Dude,
was-
Ninjago, the
was fire.
theme song.
The new
The
one's
Weekend
awful,
Whip.
but no, like yeah, I don't know. Like I like Johnny Test was a really big
Johnny
one.
Oh
Test-
fuck yeah, dude! Johnny
Like-
Test.
No. Johnny Test is one of the things where like you love it as a kid, but then you like think about it and it's just so fucking cringy.
Yeah, like
It's like there's some kid shows where it's like SpongeBob. Like when I was with Hannah for a weekend, we legitimately because she had never watched SpongeBob, so we watched through the first 2 seasons of SpongeBob. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Still, they make me laugh just as hard as they did when I was like 6. because the humor is just like it's so dumb when you're a kid. You're like, Patrick pants fall down. But then when you're older, you're like, oh, I actually get that joke. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, like
Johnny Test is just fucking like it's so cringy. Bling bling boy,
Like,
fucking bling
there-
bling
there-
boy. bro.
like now that now that I'm older, there are some things like I'll look back at some shows and be like I never realized how hard it is, like as an adult, to try to make up a show that you think kids would like. You know, it's like, okay, what do kids like? Bling bling
boomers
boy,
on the-
or like SpongeBob,
Kids are like bling bling boy.
or like yeah, they like it when the kids go whoa, like
But,
it's like how do you
Cartoon Network also had. So wait, what did Cartoon? They had regular show,
Johnny
Adventure Time,
Test.
Johnny Test, Ben 10.
oh Ben
right?
10, yeah, I didn't watch a
Ben
lot
10
of
was
that.
on. I wasn't a big. I watched like some of the live action Ben 10 just because they were cool and like seeing the.
Oh, so Star
different
Wars: The
aliens
Clone
and
Wars,
shit.
but that's an entirely
That's
different
a
can of
given.
worms.
That's not a Cartoon Network show. That's a Star
Yeah.
Wars show that
It
happened
was
to
on
be on
Cartoon. I don't know why the fuck it was, but
It's before Disney bought Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
why.
but no, like I'm like that's like the one blemish. I don't want to say it's a blemish because it's not like a thing where it's like, oh, that's been haunting my life forever. But like I never got into SpongeBob, and it's like it's a really and like with how many memes
You missed out,
with how
bro.
I should have invested stonks into the SpongeBob with how much
Cary,
it depends on the meme economy right now. I should have watched it.
Carrie, you genuinely, if you
I
sat
should.
down and
I just
watched
gotta-
the first 4 or 5 seasons, they're gold.
I just gotta
Everything
watch 'em,
after
like-
that, pretty much everything after the movie, like the movie in 04 kind of went downhill.
It's not. It's still not bad.
No.
And SpongeBob today is very different than SpongeBob.
But that's like,
Like
I,
or OG SpongeBob.
I don't know why people are upset. Like this is a similar thing with The Simpsons, or like literally any show. Like any show is just like it's just like I feel like that's just like another law of the universe. It's just like things like just degrade
The
over
Simpsons,
time.
There's a
The
fucking
Simpsons,
law of the
not
universe.
all
It's
the
been
right-
around
not-
almost as long
it's
as
like-
half the
yeah,
population.
It's like
has.
not all the not all the writers that were in the early seasons are gonna want to keep writing through the seasons. Things just change. Like they gotta hire.
Well,
Like
with
just
Spon-
shows just get worse. I don't know why people were like.
Well, Cary, a big thing that happened with SpongeBob.
Except for Breaking
2
Bad.
years
Breaking
ago-
Bad didn't,
But that was only
Breaking Bad
5
got
seasons.
better.
Like like SpongeBob's been going on for like what,
Still.
like
Well,
so long.
Simpsons, it's the longest running sitcom in
No.
American history.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like if a show goes that long, you can't keep
It's
up
been
that
running.
much quality.
The actual Simpsons first premiered late 70s, early 80s, because
Yeah.
it was like a funny segment on, I think it was Johnny Carson,
Yeah.
and then they actually made it into a show.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you doing, Charles?
Move the mic away from your mouth, Moss, a little bit.
I
like-
can't.
There you go. That's perfect. No, not like that. Just fuck. All right, whatever. Whatever, dude. No, yeah, I don't know. Like that's just like you can't have a show go for 20 years and keep up the same amount of quality. That's just it's
Well-
just not possible.
The thing with SpongeBob is they just slowly catered like the audience to, I think, a little bit younger. But something that happened almost 2 years ago, or like a year and a half ish, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob,
Mhm.
died. So
Died.
and he was like,
The thing is, though, Hillenburg hasn't been very, because again, I watched a Nerdstalgic on this and like how SpongeBob's changed, and pretty much he was really heavily involved in the first couple seasons, and then he kind of like left when like a lot of like more of Nickelodeon started to be like, hey, Viacom was this shit, and he got a bit more involved, got back on board for the movie, which is why it was so good. It was when the movie
like-
came out, it was kind of like a return to form. 'Cause SpongeBob was a bit of a
Yeah,
lull.
like that.
"Let's move the
And then
mic
ever
closer to
since-
your face."
And then ever since, he never really was that involved with
Yeah,
the
like that.
series.
Like people come in and out, and like because that the show's gonna change quality. I don't know. I don't mind like people.
Watch
Simpsons-
SpongeBob, Cary. I think the thing is,
The
I
first
think
5 seasons are free with Amazon Prime.
yeah,
First 4 or 5.
5.
Anyone listening to this, watch SpongeBob if you haven't. And if you don't
It's
like
it's
it,
gold.
Are
Even
there-
if it's not your humor, I feel like Cary would not be a huge SpongeBob person. Is the thing.
you'd find it funny. Some of the stuff is just so.
You would, Cary, you
It's
would
so-
like it if you're with us. If we're in a group and we watch an entire season of SpongeBob, you'll be like, man, that's fucking hilarious. If you try to watch it on your own, I feel like you won't get through that many episodes.
Are there any shows that Charles has watched that we haven't, because Charles is 2 years younger, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it also could be like a massive age difference.
I mean, 2 years is a big
Or
gap.
3 years. Is
Charles
it
was
3?
watching- I
It's
mean,
technically 3 in terms of like
dude,
education system.
We grew up with like SpongeBob and Power Rangers. Charles grew up with like Doc McStuffins and like Shake
No,
It Up.
you see, I watched everything Justin watched, so like I didn't really watch
Oh.
any of the things that
So you
came
had
out.
no individual personality. But
No, no.
Dude, Power Rangers was fucking lit.
Yeah, like that. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like that's also a thing. Like, yeah, Charles.
The Teen Titans show or whatever. I don't know if you
I
watched
never
that.
watched
Okay,
Never
on
watched.
Cartoon Network.
I did
That
not
was
Yeah.
also
like
Cartoon
that.
Network. Teen Titans.
That wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
I know a lot of people really like it. It's like not a cult hit, but like a lot of people really like it. And when Teen Titans Go came out, they were like, "Really? You're gonna do this right now?"
Yeah.
No,
don't
I.
know. The first part of like Go was actually like kind of funny at first.
I didn't. When did
Maybe
that
that
show
was
come?
just me being
I feel like when
uncontrolled.
these shows started coming out, I was like 8th grade, freshman, high school. I'm like, yeah, I'm past that.
Like I'm not watching Saturday morning cartoons.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm a teen. I'm a teen now, Mom.
Well,
Sorry.
also, I mean, this was like a big. This was mainly a Disney Channel thing. So like, if you look at like original Disney Channel, I can't really think like when we were maybe like anywhere from 4 to 7 years old. I can't really think of a ton of Disney cartoons that weren't on like Jetix or something, because it was all just like That's So Raven, Sweet Life. They did a lot of the in-person stuff. Cartoon Network's in-person stuff was fucking destroy, build, destroy, and dude, what would
Destroy?
happen? Like,
Both of those shows are fucking incredible.
Wait,
dude,
what
what
was
would
the
happen
second
if
one?
we fill a
Oh,
car
dude,
with
what would
ranch
happen?
dressing and send it to the moon?
That I remember
What would
both those shows.
Dude, what would happen if we subjected ourselves to hypothermia and then rode in a car that goes really fast? It's like it was the dumbest. And destroy, build, destroy too. It's like yes, let me watch them wreck all this shit to build something to just wreck them again.
And even
As
like when I was younger,
as
I
an
was like, "There's
11-year-old
no way they built a fucking vending machine out of like a broken like SUV." It's
in,
like,
and they have like don't they have like 2 hours or some shit?
it's like let's just combine these people with no engineering history. And it's like let's smash an SUV. All right, now you gotta make a floating tank that can shoot peanuts, guys. Go for it. Like what council of just men in suits are like, yeah, okay, guys, we gotta get these shows out to these kids. What do they like?
But then,
Just dude, what would happen?
So Disney had the in-person stuff, right? And they had all these fucking things that kept going. Where Nick, and Corey in the House. Can't forget Corey in the House.
Didn't watch that.
Nick,
Arthur.
neither did I, but Corey in the House. Nick had from literally like the only stuff I can remember, because there was all the there was like H2O and all this other shit, like Zoe 101. But like the stuff I can remember is Drake and Josh, iCarly, and Victorious.
Never
Even
watched any
that,
of them.
Like
You didn't watch
iCarly was
Drake and
great.
Josh?
I'm telling you, I was just Cartoon Network. Like I
Dude,
didn't
You missed out on Gibby.
I didn't
You missed out on Gibby.
I didn't stray far from the Cartoon Network tree.
Dude, Dan Schneider, that man may like some toes, but
Okay.
he made some good fucking. I'm not.
That's
kidding.
not a joke. It's the weird thing.
But like he made so many good shows.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
Drake and Josh.
I think that was a solid discussion on cartoons. Now there's another thing that I do want to talk about, and I am curious because we've talked about this a lot off stream,
Lego
and I want to like we talked about it a lot off stream, but Valorant, because I know Charles, I don't know how much he's gonna talk here, but he definitely has some strong opinions on the game, because I want to add context. So Charles, just give people context, like, because you're a CS player.
What Valorant is?
No, just like, okay, well,
Or
okay,
what I think is what's wrong with it.
because the three of us, me, Marc, and Moss, well, at least Moss and I played CS.
But
and
like
then
never to the degree that like.
Charles did, but and Charles is like a hardcore CS player. Marc has never played CS in his life, but like
I
Charles,
played like 3 games, right?
Charles just, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I
Char-
missed that curve. You guys started playing CS, and I
Mark
was
was
still
on
on
his Xbox One,
playing Destiny.
Destiny,
Yeah,
and we're like.
I still remember like Moss was like I was in a call 2015, And Moss like, yeah, Cary, you gotta try. Yeah, Cary, you gotta try CS:GO.
Were you guys
And he's like,
using
God damn
Curse
it,
at
that
that
was a
time?
headshot.
Yeah, we
And I
used
remember him
Curse.
just complaining about, I saw the blood on his head. Well, how's that a headshot? But no, so yeah, so
It's
Charles
literally-
is
Isn't that in a video?
Charles is the only like real. He still plays CS and he's quite good at it, but like he does not like Valorant.
No, it's like the community is like actually kind of trash. Like I don't know, like the people that play it are like
What do you mean by community? Like people you see in game or?
yeah, like it's so much different from Counter Strike. There's so much you need to know about a 5v5 like shooter that you don't really need to aim in, and it's all about planting the bomb. And then there's such a big lack of knowledge, like
But isn't
that
that
you often find so many players don't have.
couldn't you just like say that's just because the game is still new and a ton of people are getting into the CS type genre right now?
I mean, I guess.
Also,
But,
didn't,
like-
didn't CS only recently go free to play?
No, I
Like
think like a year
few
ago.
years
It was like
ago.
A year ago, but like CS has been around for like 20 years.
Charles's camera's out of focus. Oh no.
Because he's moving.
Oh no. Is it gonna work? Okay, it's
Is
better.
it- is it
No,
good?
like I don't know.
Yeah.
But okay. On your topic of like the community is bad. Like I've said this before, but I want to say it now because we're on the podcast. But it's like I don't know. Like there are bad people in every game. Like there are really nice people you find in every game, and there are really toxic people in every game. Like I don't understand. Like Charles, you've met good people in CS and bad people in CS. You met good people in Overwatch and bad people in Overwatch. You met good people in Siege and bad. Like the list goes on and on. Like except for League, I've heard very bad. I've heard like overwhelmingly negative things about League. But other than that, like it seems like every competitive video game community is just gonna have toxic people in it. Like I don't see why. Like that's just human nature. Like
I literally, we just played a comp game. I literally was spamming fucking trash in the
Yeah.
the chat because they lost a 6v5.
the devs can try their best to like deter that, but it's like I don't know. I just don't. When people say like I don't like this game because the community is trash, it's like
It's not my biggest problem. It's just the way the game is.
how I play because
It's a bad game.
No, it like puts Overwatch abilities and
where they shouldn't be.
yeah, like you don't need a wall and healing in a 5v5 shooter. But
Oh,
I
Wait
guess,
till they put a shield.
yeah, no, that's what
Wait till they
I'm-
put a fucking flashbang. Well, they already have. a
See,
flashbang. Two flashbangs.
the thing
Like
is
a
like
real flash.
I get why like Charles is upset though, because like I think once you're good or like once you're used to a game that like CS:GO or once you're at least good at it to the point where you're like yeah I want to play more CS:GO, like there's no experience like it, like there's no experience like CS:GO, where it's just like it's like I can't even explain it. It's hard to, but it's just like it's such a precise game, and it almost feels like the learning curve for CS is it's not as strong as Siege, but the learning curve for CS is like very steep,
But
and
the
it's
learning
almost
curve
like
is also with Valorant, like you're naturally
it's
like
easier.
Charles, it's easier because like there's
There's
so many.
abilities.
Yeah, no, well that, but also like if you go to a CS game right now, you will be matched up with people who've been playing the game for 10 years, right? Where if you go into Valorant, like you'll be matched up with people who are like Charles is good with aiming, right? Charles is good at that.
But you have a
Um,
brimstone all. But you
yeah,
have a
but-
smoke. You have a.
But then you have like a ton of shit, and just all these characters with abilities where like you feel like because like when I'm playing Valorant, I feel like I'm not using my abilities correctly or enough, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not useful, and then I get fucking destroyed, and I'm like, well, I'm not killing anybody, so I'm not useful either way.
Yeah, there are just a ton of aspects in like Valorant that like League.
My-
What Riot did with League of Legends to Dota is what because like Dota was like the best MMO, MOBA, not MMO, MOBA, and then Riot dropped League, which like simplified Dota, and then they're doing the same thing with like CS, where it's like you like your economy and just there's so many aspects of the
But,
game
like,
that are just easier.
I-
like even the
when I
characters
think
move
of-
slower, so you can shoot them. It's easier to shoot them.
When I think
Yeah,
of
no.
Valorant compared to CS, it's like
Move it
I
closer
don't
to your
know
mouth.
a whole lot about like I don't. Oh, hang on, I turned my volume.
Oh boy.
Like I don't know a whole lot about like League and Dota and shit, but it's like I just genuinely feel like this game is not gonna like kill CS. CS is gonna be just as strong.
It's not
with
hardcore
Valorant
enough.
existing.
It's-
Yeah, no.
It's
It's like I don't know. Every time I play it, it's like I mean I wouldn't rather be playing CS, but it's because I'm trash at CS. It's like I play it and I'm like, if I'm gonna play a shooter with abilities, I'm just gonna play Overwatch. It's like it's more appealing to the eye. It's okay. It's not. It's a lot more fucking rage inducing because it's like bullshit half the time. But I don't know. It's like when I play Valorant, and it's like I'm just getting outskilled. Then I just press E on Raze and get a triple kill with a fucking grenade. It's like I'm a god gamer. You know, I feel like it's just like the ability. They don't. I feel like when they tried to combine the two, it's like I feel like they took like abilities from Overwatch and like even fucking from like League or some shit, right? Well, like each operator has their own abilities, right? And then you take like the actual like hardcore gameplay of like CS, and the two just don't work that well together because it just feels kind of broken.
There is the topic though, like of why Overwatch. Moss said Overwatch is more rage inducing, and I know Charles. Didn't you disagree with it or something like that? Or like, oh, Valorant's more rage inducing for you?
To me, it is. Like,
Why,
I just don't
though?
care about Overwatch, but like, I don't know, it just feels like
Okay, well, I mean,
stuff happens that shouldn't.
There's your
ever
answer.
happen
You just don't
in
care about
a game
Overwatch.
like that.
No, but like
No.
the thing with Overwatch is that like it's more team dependent. So when you rage, it's like my teammates are shit. Whereas in Valorant, it's like if someone's better than you, that's just like I mean you can get mad, but it's not like it's like I'm just bad. Like that's like there's no like oh fuck it's my teammates' fault. It's like no you missed those shots.
Here's the thing, Cary. I'm fucking garbage, and I still get really mad at the game. So
Well, yeah, but it's not like Overwatch where your teammates you'll go into open queue and there's 3 DPS and 1 tank.
When I did get mad at Overwatch, though, like when I cared about the game, like I'd get mad at like teammates
Exactly.
because I'm DPS main or whatever. But like, but in Valorant, like there's just stuff that happens that you feel like shouldn't be happening in a 5v5 type game that you're playing. Like a lot more randomness happens in that game than like CS or something, even though they controlled a lot more things.
I think just because the abilities, like just because of the abilities being in the game.
Yeah.
would you say would you like agree with the abilities that Valorant overall like competitively is like I wouldn't say requires less skill, but like where like a lot of places where skill would where like it would require skill in CS:GO is kind of like
It's like a cop.
Like with
Valorant.
Brimstone in CS:GO, if you wanna push onto a site, you have to learn your smoke lineups and your throws, and you have to practice. You know what I mean? Like you have to practice. Like all right, my cross, you have to aim at this
Yeah.
beam, and
Yeah.
but in Valorant, it's just Brimstone, boom, boom, boom. All right, we can push
It
in.
gives you a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes you. It
I-
simplifies it.
I think it's giving you a lot more than you should have already. Like the beginning of the rounds, like how you can go to almost the middle before the round starts. I don't like that.
hmm
And then also the time of the rounds is like a minute 30.
That's too short.
There's nothing you can do to like outplay the team if you're on the attacking side and want to play slow.
Yeah, I mean. I think it just boils down to the fact that Valorant is more simplified and easier, and as a CS player who's used to the high skill, more precise gameplay of CS:GO, you're just not a fan of it.
Yeah. Also, I think Valorant is an entertainment, not a competitive game.
hmm Well,
Like,
because
I
if you
don't-
just like look at the art style and CS is a just dark, grisly fucking game. You know, it's on that like good old Source engine, like. This is what you're gonna get. Where Valorant, it's all bright and colorful, and the maps have, and like they're trying to give personality to these
And
different.
lore.
Yeah, and lore.
Lore.
When you put lore in your first-person shooter, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, dude,
Okay,
lore.
in your competitive 5v5 first-person shooter, then there's something wrong. If it's like Borderlands where you're trying to put lore, it's a single-player game. It was a co-op game.
It's a story game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing about Valorant is I don't care. Maybe this is because we come from Overwatch, but my immediate reaction is to just compare the fucking Valorant agents to the Overwatch heroes, and just like see, because Omen is basically just Reaper. It's literally the exact fucking thing. And like some of these people have like there's some of the same voice actors, and it just like feels like a lot of the same kind of personality. So I just don't care about the
When they
agents
put
in
Reinhardt in Valorant,
It just seems like a borrowed idea.
yeah, it
Well,
seems
just
like
seems like a borrowing of multiple ideas.
it's just. I think it's just because Riot made it. Because like when Riot's like, oh, we're doing a first person, like we're doing a competitive FPS, like, oh shit, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever made. But then they're like, but then people look at it's just like it's CS, maybe a bit of like League and Overwatch, and it's like combine the three. It's like in those old ads where it's like, oh, you got your peanut butter in my chocolate. It's like, oh no, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. It's like you got your fucking CS:GO in my
My
Valorant. It's like, oh, you
Overwatch.
got your Overwatch in my it's just like I don't know. To me, the games doesn't feel unique. It feels like I play it and I'm like, all right, like I feel like I'm just playing CS:GO with a few extra
But
add-ons, honestly.
would you say, but like you would rather play Valorant over CS
Yeah, probably.
because it's easier.
Because it's an easier, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
an
like
easier game.
I mean, I think that just fills this niche where it's like people want to play. Because I think it's a great change of pace from Overwatch, where it's like with Valorant, your holding angle is very methodical. You have to be quiet when your friend is clutching because you have to hear her footsteps and all this methodical shit. And it's a great change of pace from Overwatch.
It's a change of. I just think a big thing about the game is that they were trying to push for this like uniqueness despite like the 5v5 thing. Like look, it's a 5v5 competitive shooter just like CS, and then they're trying to bring these agents in, but they're like, "Oh no, don't like it's original, guys. Don't worry. Like it's a new thing." And then it comes out and everyone's like, "You took that from Overwatch."
Cypher, all of
And-
Cypher's abilities are from Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, you took that from Overwatch.
He
You took
has
some
the
of that from
tripwire,
Siege,
his ultimate with
and then
Cav.
you took CS:GO, and it's
But
just
I don't have a problem
know.
with that. There are only so many ways you can make a character teleport, or
No,
like,
I know. No,
like-
I don't have a problem with it either. I just think, I don't know. I feel like expectations for the game, in terms of like the like bigger picture of the community, were like, wow, this is kind of disappointing. But the people who like actually like it,
I don't
like
know.
it.
I just think that
I don't see much of a competitive
I
scene
just think the
starting
game
with it.
got too overhyped, and now it's returning to its actual, real numbers.
Yeah.
Pros have already left to go back to their original games.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they played it in beta. It's like, oh, this is cool and new, but then you actually try and play it. You're
Like
like,
who?
"Wow, this-"
There's
Everyone who fucking played it when the beta dropped.
No, I think he was talking about pros.
yeah, like pros. There's a Fortnite pro that was gonna go
was
pro
T-
in Valorant.
Well,
it
why
Tuesday?
would you? Hey, but why would you ever leave Fortnite? Okay,
Fortnite.
that game is a
That's a
fucking
bad
cash
business
grab.
choice.
I don't know.
That's a bad business choice.
And then there's two CS pros that already went back to CS because they just don't want to play Valorant.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll have to wait a few months to see like if that actually like if those two are just like unique cases or if it's more of a trend that's gonna happen.
But I
'cause,
guess
like,
all Overwatch players just simp for Valorant now because half the league fucking left for Valorant. It seems.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to follow Valorant. It's just exciting. Just seeing a new esports scene develop. Like that's just it. And also,
But you said it yourself, Cary, that this scene developing, like you will be very surprised if a big thing happens because like Overwatch League was something started by Blizzard. They created all these things, they got all these big partners, but like you said it, like starting a league from scratch is very difficult
Yeah, 'cause-
if it's not like a like main funded and just like created all these it's a lot of money that people don't have.
It's very hard now because of everything that's already established.
yeah, like trying to grow an esports scene like CS:GO, where it's very grassroots, where it's like separate tournament organizers will do it, whereas Blizzard, like they literally brute forced the Overwatch League, where it's like teams
Here
will
it
buy,
is.
here it is, like
Here it is. We
pay,
bought these
pay
teams.
$10 million.
We bought,
Like
we bought these Western players and these.
I don't know. It's fun to see
pre-existing
Riot
teams.
try to get into that. I mean, I'm just curious to see how it'll be in a year. I mean, the only thing keeping it alive, I personally think, is like the fact that there are pros from other games coming in, like Scududo from CS or Wardell from CS, and then you have like Sinatra. Like, you know, if you want to watch the Valorant tournament, oh, Sinatra's playing, or Corey and Zachary from from Overwatch are playing it. Oh, I'll play, or
Corey's
Baby
on
Bay.
FaZe, dude.
Yeah, Corey and
He's on
Zachary on
FaZe.
FaZe. But like, I think that's the only thing that's gonna keep it alive for now. Like, and now.
But also, like, they're in Act 1. It's Ignition Act 1. What are your plans for the game? And like, and you were saying this earlier. When are we gonna?
one hero every 2 months?
what are we gonna? When is it gonna get to the point where, like in Overwatch, people already think there's too many heroes, right? When Valorant, there's this many agents, but when are they going to release an agent where it's already like, okay,
I'm just waiting until they
you've
release their
officially
Brigitte.
fucked
I'm
your
just
game.
I'm just waiting until they release their version of Overwatch's Brig, like a character that just breaks
just
the game.
defines the
Breaks the
entire-
game,
like,
and then
you-
they try and nerf
like
it, and
you
it still
like you go back
doesn't
and
go.
you look at the history of Overwatch, like when Brig got released, it just sucks to say it, but it just because like they tried to nerf it, goats became a thing. People complain about metas. They implemented roll queue, roll lock, and it was hero pools, and it's just like the downfall from there. But like I'm just like they're releasing a new Valorant agent once every 2 months. Overwatch releases one every 4 months. Like
and they're not releasing any more now until Overwatch 2.
yeah, like I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Like with like
I already think it's to the point where they're at like that hero cap where what next time they release a new hero is gonna be like, huh, I've seen this before.
yeah, like
Or like there's just so many things.
They're gonna
that
sit down at their board meeting and be like, all right, you,
Everyone
what's your
start up
highest played hero?
Overwatch.
What's your
Reinhardt,
highest
give him a
played hero?
shield. We're gonna have a new
Give him a-
agent.
Give him a shield and a big hammer.
But the
And
type of
he doesn't-
game it is, you're limited on what you can put. Otherwise, the game might just break.
And like, how many heroes are you gonna have where it's like, oh, there's like 6 heroes that just
Or they're gonna
flash,
are
or
they
6
gonna have
heroes
counters?
that smoke? It's like, but it's like, how creative are you willing to
Yeah,
get
because
to then sacrifice competitiveness? If you're like, oh, here's a hero that can counter a flash or
He's a
something
hero that
like
can
that.
literally like fly.
the Sigma,
And, like,
it's gonna
one of
lift
his-
the Asians into the air.
Here's one hero who can actually they're gonna make a robot, right? Apex has a robot, right? Overwatch has a robot. They're just gonna make a robot, right? And then make it so it's like his ult is like a turret or something, and he's just gonna melt the enemy team.
trying to push onto A site. There's just a Torb turret in the back.
There's
You're like, oh
there's
my
just
god.
a fucking Bastion
Like-
sitting in the back waiting for him.
I don't know like what they're like. Are they gonna go for a pick ban system? Like, are they gonna like? I just don't know.
I don't
like
know.
like they could have like things where like are they gonna introduce agents where like they counter other agents or like because if you introduce like an
Give
agent
one with like a vacuum and who can like suck up smokes or something, so smokes don't exist.
He just walks around. It's like a Ghostbuster.
Luigi from fucking like Luigi's Mansion, just walking. Luigi, I'll put Luigi in
like
Valorant, dude.
I like and also like if you try to make an agent similar to a previous agent, like you run the risk of running both. Like imagine if they made an agent like Sage and you could just run 2 Sages, you know, like like or just some shit
One makes
like that.
one makes a wall, one makes like
Well,
a,
because
a
they
fence
have
or
the
something.
different classes, right? They have the duelists and all, and like
Sentinels, yeah.
Sentinels controllers or
Mhm,
something. Like
yeah.
you have all, and you're gonna have to implement these, and then obviously fucking metas are gonna develop, and the best heroes from these certain categories are gonna come out. But then it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna play a duelist. 3 of them have smokes. 3 of them have flashbangs.
That-
Also,
Which
the game
one
has
flashes
4
and smokes
maps.
the best?
That's
Like,
the thing. Like, I want to see if like, if you guys have an opinion on the op being really overpowering. Because Charles, I don't know if you saw this clip from Hiko, but he was like the op in Valorant is like the scope and speed is faster than CS.
Is it?
Yeah, it's faster than CS, and like it also like on a CS team, a team will have 10 flashes and maybe 5 smokes. On a Valorant team, you'll have maybe 2 flashes, 2 smokes, maybe 3. You know what I mean? And so like when it comes to holding down, if it comes to like trying to peek an opper, you could smoke it off, but it's like you have more limited utility against an op, which is like why he thinks ops are way more powerful in Valorant compared to CS:GO, because you just don't have enough utility to counter it.
Yeah.
That's why
And
like some teams will run like triple op setups because like there's just no like it's
movement is really slow, so it's like if you peek your into
easier to hit. Exactly. Yeah, they're really easy to hit people in Valorant.
Also, there's 4 maps in the game. The game has 4 maps.
I don't mind that.
I get
though.
it's been out for like it's barely been out, but like releasing a competitive game with 4 maps, it's like
and 3 of them are bad. I'd say all of them are bad.
well, I don't know about the I know like a ton of people joke, but Charles, like, is Dust 2 like the map that everyone wants to play, or do people like playing a lot of different maps?
The only reason I'd say everyone wants to play Dust 2 is because the only one they know.
Yeah, casuals
like-
will just.
Yeah, when I play on like the third party client for Face It, there's map voting, and so you like ban maps, and it always goes down to like the same 2 maps because the only ones they know.
Yeah.
And it's just kinda
I don't know. The map design in Valorant definitely needs work. I
It's
like
so
Ascent though. Like I
simple.
think Ascent is the most CS:GO like map.
it's
but-
just like cash.
Yeah.
I'm just, to be honest, my thing with Valorant and with CS is I like games where I point at something and I shoot and it hits the thing. I don't like games where I where I point at it and I click on them and it doesn't hit them. Right? That doesn't make sense. That
But
doesn't make sense in
Wouldn't
my
that isn't
brain.
that isn't that because you missed the shot? That's why they didn't hit him.
No, if my crosshair is directly on somebody and the shot doesn't hit because of fucking like spray patterns or
But
recoil,
isn't
it's like
again,
nah.
isn't that just your fault for not
Part
accounting
of the
for?
game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like easy games.
See, that's another issue. Like I won't call out specific people, but there are people who like when they come with Valorant, it's a new game. Like you remember in the first trailer, they were like, we're gonna get rid of Peeker's advantage, 128 tick servers, better net code for fighting like lag and hit detection and the registration and player models and all this like gimmick. And we're gonna make this better than CS:GO in terms of like hit reg. And like people are like, oh yes, finally, I've been complaining about this shit in CS:GO all the time. And then when they play Valorant, they die, and it's like, okay, he's just gonna hit a moving headshot, or like, oh, and they complain the same way. It's like, dude, it's like
Peeker's
nothing.
advantage is worse in Valorant, I
Like,
think.
I've seen some comparison. It's so
I
bad.
genuinely don't think that that's ever gonna think that like people like that are never gonna be satisfied. Like, cause they're just never gonna accept the fact that maybe, cause like people will talk about, oh, he just hit a moving headshot on me. But like, I'm gonna be honest, you've probably done that too, where you've peeked, stood still, and then shot them. But from their perspective, it looked like you moving headshot them.
Dude, my jumping
It's like-
headshot.
People will just, those type of people were never gonna be satisfied because they just refuse to like, no, like I can't be bad. I can't be bad.
Not bad at games.
It's the
Dude,
hit
I'm a fucking
registration.
god at
It's
Valorant.
the hit registration, right? There's no way I could
What's
miss a
Valorant again?
shot. Like
Yeah, what is Valorant? I've never heard of that game before.
I don't know. Like that's like people will complain every time they die, and it's just like that's
The-
not the game's problem. No game is yeah.
Also, their servers don't stay 128 tick. I watch the graphs move during the game. Mid round, I see it just drop to like to 30, and it's like, yeah, 128 tick, sure. It's so bad.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
yeah. In summary, Charles just hates Valorant.
Valorant,
Don't
bad
like it.
game. Minecraft, good game.
Minecraft,
Yeah,
good
next.
game.
Minecraft shaders.
Wait, hold on. This is really random, but there's an article on IGN. So there's this show on Netflix apparently called The Old Guard, and they released a free-to-play like top-down game basically. And Netflix is like, look, you have until July 19th. Whoever gets the highest score in like out of all the people who play, whoever gets the highest score will win 83 years of free Netflix.
Like what?
You get 1,000 months of free Netflix.
Holy shit!
That's like that's around 83 years of free Netflix.
Why?
That's pretty good.
That's
Fuck knows.
That's pretty good.
Because I guess there's something with like immortality, and they're like the competition states that the winner gets an immortal Netflix account, but they're like, we can't exactly give you that, but 1,000 months will be enough. If Netflix is even around in 83 years,
Did you see?
if movies aren't uploaded directly to my brain so I can watch them
Dude,
in, like behind my eyes.
there was a fucking game announcement technically yesterday, but it was like a gamer. Did you see that the gamer girl like simulator game?
Oh,
It's
dear
I
God.
saw something trending on Twitter. I saw
I think
Gamer
it's
Girl
a
trending on
PlayStation.
Twitter.
I think like the Sony account tweeted a trailer and then like deleted it a second later, but people obviously managed to grab it. But it's basically like a game where like
Is it a dating sim?
you play as just wait for this, ready? You play as a moderator in a female streamer's Twitch chat.
Is it like an indie game or is it like a longer?
I don't know. But that's like I think that's I didn't even watch
That's
the trailer.
awful.
Like I think
That's
that's
so
what
dumb.
it is. Like
Dude,
you
I want to play that game. I want to see how
It's
bad
terrible.
things can
like
get.
I think that's the premise of the game. I should
What
be
if
talking.
you just like so you're a moderator in their chat?
Yeah.
So what if you just ban everybody? Then what happens to the game? Then your streamer loses all their viewers and they stop streaming and the game over.
Like, it's such a weird fucking
Easy win.
And there's been a lot of backlash. People are like, what the, like, why, who thought of this
Man,
game?
I feel bad for that studio who's probably worked on that game for a while and like, yes, let's release it to the public. And then everyone's like, what the fuck? What is this? And they're like, ah, shit, that's 3 years of development down the hole. Gotta make fucking Spider-Man movie tie-in game for VR next.
Okay. I think. Let me see. How long? We've been recording for 50 minutes at this point. Holy shit. We talked about Valorant for way too
50?
long. 50.
Okay, just cut half of it out.
We've been talking about Valorant for way too long. Okay. I think we're gonna end the podcast with some fan questions. So if you want to ask your own questions, you join our Discord server. We're gonna make a chat where
I can't
you can.
see the chat.
That's fine.
Right.
You can ask us questions, and we're gonna respond to some of them. So let me go through some of these because I don't know.
How many are we doing?
We'll see.
Or
Hang on. I'll
are we
pick some
just
good
gonna
ones.
see? We're just gonna look and see.
Okay. We're gonna answer this question right now for the record, so no one else asks it
And
again.
never
Okay.
again, because we've asked it 50 bajillion times.
The death guy asks, "How did you all meet?"
We all went to school together.
That's
We went to
it.
grade school.
We
From fucking
Middle
some
school,
of us met
high
middle school up through high school, right?
That's
and
And
then some
then
of
hilarious.
us,
Charles is Justin's little brother,
I've-
and we play with him now.
I've known Marc and Moss since 3rd grade, so we met in elementary school technically, but yeah.
okay, technically I met Ian in 4th grade, and then Justin came in 4th grade.
What Preston?
So that's when we met
Preston
him.
was,
Preston came at the
8th
end
grade.
of 7th grade. No, it was
But we
the end
weren't
of
really
7th grade.
friends with him until 8th
Till,
and
grade.
then
like,
Nick,
8th
dude.
grade.
So Nick, I've only known Nick for 3. We met Nick like 2018.
We were already friends with Nick.
Well, yeah,
you
it's
got
true,
more
me.
friends with Nick during like Newsies.
Well, it's
I
because
met-
Like
Nick
20, no,
was
Cinderella. No, Cinderella.
well, because
So
Nick
2017.
was in the music department and like met us because we did a lot of stuff in the music department, and then just was like messaged Moss about a computer and was like,
Oh,
hey,
you're gamers?
yeah, basically like, hey, you guys play games? Can I play games with you guys? And we're like, sure, why not?
I met
And
Nick
there we
during
go.
a musical camp one summer. It was really
That makes
funny.
sense.
Charles
That
in a
makes sense.
musical camp. That's beautiful.
It was terrible. I didn't like it.
I see.
That
Okay.
surprises me a lot.
Let's see. Pep Boy the
So if
Otter.
anybody ever asks that question again, we
Please
will
don't.
publicly shame you.
Pep Boy the Otter asks, "Have you ever thought about taking a group trip with all the SNFI members abroad?" I can't
Define
say.
abroad.
if you took like me, Cary, Mark, Charles, Nick, and
Nick.
Preston, right? Say you
The
took us to
boys,
fucking like
the
Europe.
Paris,
Boy.
We're
the
gonna be
SNFI
lost.
What
We're
are we gonna
done.
do?
See-
We're
in
done.
London?
We can't speak another language. We
the thing is that like we were
We
going
don't
to
fight.
we were
we
going
would
to
all end
go
up fighting.
we
get
went
in a hotel and be like, I want the big bed. It's like, no, you sleep in the bathtub.
me, Mark, Moss, and Nick last summer in 2019 we went to Atlanta, Georgia to go to the Atlanta Rain homestand for
One
the
of the most fun things I've ever
for
done
the
in my
Overwatch
life.
League, and it
And
was
it's
really
not
fun.
abroad, but it's still a
we
group trip.
we flew there.
For
like,
us to go to Georgia, that's
it was really
abroad.
fun. And we
That's
went
abroad, yeah.
we went there for a weekend, and the only thing is that like my mom had to come with us. And that was only because one of us was over 18, and like an 18-year-old and 3 17-year-olds, it wasn't the
Yeah,
greatest thing. So
if we were all like 21,
yeah,
bam,
we
we're all,
we,
go,
we,
we're all
we,
going to Georgia.
we needed an adult to come with us. But this year, because we're all 18, we thought that we could, I think it was 5 of us, so me, Mark, Moss, Preston, and Nick, we could all go to the NYXO homestand on May 30th, which sadly, as you all know, got canceled because of COVID. But like I was really excited for that because that would have been the first time that we all like would have gone somewhere with no adults. So like we could actually do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Shit would have gotten wild.
We were gonna take a bus to New York City and just just vibe. But sadly that hasn't happened.
Let's
Sadly
take a trip just
that
to
hasn't happened.
vibe.
But no, I think it would be really fun at some point to do a trip, not abroad because abroad is a little too ambitious. But even like across the country or going somewhere will be pretty fun. And like
We all
because
just fly to Disney.
we all are over 18. We all, at least like we all have driver's licenses. So like
Sure.
we do have except for Charles, who's still like hasn't hit puberty yet.
14
But
or something. I don't know.
yeah, he's like I don't know, single digits. But like so we haven't like I mean I think it would be cool at some point. But COVID has definitely put a stop on those.
I went to New York for a CS:GO event.
Yeah,
That was
I
cool.
wanted to go to ESL Cologne with you, Charles.
Dude, I don't want
I
to.
wanted to. Like, I legitimately would have. Like,
It got moved to online again.
yeah,
And my camera.
unlucky. Okay. Another question from Tiger asks, "Are you excited for any new games, new updates / releases for existing games?"
Bug Snacks.
Bug
Snacks. Bug Snacks coming on the PS5 is gonna be the greatest game ever released.
You can
I'm
eat a
com-
rack of ribs that's a like centipede.
Yeah, it's a
that is a rack
centipede,
of ribs,
but it's a rack of ribs.
and then your arm turns into a rack of ribs, right? Like you eat a
Dude,
strawberry, your
it
hand turns
literally
into a
looks like
strawberry.
it looks like the greatest game ever made.
Halo Infinite is
Not gonna be
getting
as good as
its-
Bug Snacks.
Okay, shut up. It's getting its world reveal or something in like a week.
It's the gameplay
Well,
reveal because
yeah.
it already
Yeah.
got revealed at E3.
Well,
2
aren't
years
they
ago.
doing? Isn't Xbox's like first party
They're
shit
doing
coming
their
up soon?
Xbox is doing their like PS5 conference next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see that. I really want to.
I mean, if Halo returns to before Halo 4 and Guardians,
Hey, it's
then-
gonna come
Good.
on. Halo's gonna come on PC. So
I'm definitely gonna play it now.
if it's good, I'll buy it. I don't care.
The only game I'm waiting for is either GTA 6 or Elder Scrolls 6. I'm gonna be like,
or
I'm not-
Overwatch 2. What about
or
Overwatch 2?
I
Overwatch
guess.
2?
But that's a given. Like, that's not even like, no.
We're
I
gonna
don't know.
play
Fortnite
that.
2.
I'm not into buying
They already made that.
a lot of games.
They
I'm
blew
gonna
up
be
the
honest.
original map,
They
Charles.
blew up Fortnite. They literally, dude. I will still forever be grateful for like the 3 days where Fortnite was gone, where Fortnite was just a black hole. The 3 days without Fortnite, it made me. I felt at peace the second that game went to just a black hole. I felt something within my soul, just like
Felt
I
good.
felt, yeah, exactly. Rid the world of Fortnite.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't know. I could save that discussion for another podcast and like
That's a
my
different-
opinion
Fortnite's
on like single player versus multiplayer games because I just don't play single player games a lot. But okay, next question.
Wait, I have an answer. Something I'm looking forward to.
No.
No, what is it? Destiny. The
I'm
Destiny
looking forward to
expansion?
Destiny 2 Beyond Light. I think it's going to be cool. And considering they announced the next 3 expansions and they're considering them to be in a trilogy of expansions. So that gives some hope for some cohesive story from all the shit that they've built since 2014. So
The Stranger is coming back.
the Stranger is coming back, even though they said she's useless and is never coming back. She is coming back and is going to be a really big part of the story. I
Crash
don't know.
4, Crash
Mark,
Bandicoot
Mark, I sent you a
4?
picture. There's a question that I'm not sure if you're
I
Come-
can't look at it.
on your phone.
Message me.
Oh shit.
My phone is my webcam.
All
Just
right, then
Discord me.
I'll send it to Moss, but I'll start with the next question. Shoddy's
If
like
you
a melody.
text it to me, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get it.
Send it to my.
Yeah, I'll put it in
just
Discord.
Send it to me on Discord.
But Shoddy's like a melody asked, do any of you have any hobbies?
I
like
play
to
video
fish.
games a lot.
I enjoy a video game or two every once in a while.
Or
Enjoy
do you any
drinking
sports?
locally.
'Cause I know Moss played high school football.
I play football,
He's
and
a kicker.
I mean, hey, I still got more fucking playing time than half the team. All right,
You got it. You tackled somebody.
I tackled people multiple.
Yeah. I used to run track.
I used to play tennis. I was on the varsity tennis team in 7th grade, but that's only because that was the only tennis team available in the entirety of our school district. But no, I
I
don't
played
know.
soccer from 8th grade to sophomore year and ran track 2 years in middle school and then 1 year of varsity. Hated it, and then switched to theater full time.
Yeah, I
did
remember
play
when you
2
guys.
years of football.
Football's lit. Not this year, but any
No,
other
you
year.
did not in
football's
high
lit.
school.
Wish I
Yeah, that's-
continued, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's in the Discord. Okay.
Where in the Discord?
Just
Cary?
in general. Halo
Oh.
Infinite. I'm looking at the question. Pluto asks favorite
Oh, I
movie.
mean, yeah, we can.
Okay,
yeah, we
I'm
can
just,
do it.
I
don't
just
care.
wasn't sure. I didn't. Well,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
that's
want to.
fine.
Okay, so,
Um,
David Padawan asked, "Do you got? Wait, no, that's the wrong. Where is? Okay, Tiger. God damn it, Tiger. Okay, no, never mind. I thought it was a different person. Asked, do you have any pets? I don't. Sadly, never ever.
I do.
You
I
had
have.
many, Charles.
Yes. We have a dog and a cat.
Didn't you have one
what are
before?
their names?
Yeah.
The dog's name is Odin, and So we used to have 2 cats, but one of them died 6 months later. Yeah.
You seem to touch over that pretty lightly. The name. What were their names?
No, it was Luke and Leia, and
Yup.
Luke was an absolute bro, but he
He was a. Oh wait, I have a new term. It's no longer Chad. It's Kong. All right. Luke was a Kong. Okay.
he just started eating stuff, and then he ate something that just ripped his intestines or
What
something.
the fuck?
He died. Yeah, he had
Charles,
Garfield. Dude, you sure your cat wasn't fucking Garfield?
If it was Garfield, he would be
Runs
surviving.
over, fucking breaks a chunk out the wall, munches on it, dies.
That's not Garfield. Garfield lives.
That's true.
My dog was pretty chill too.
We had a dog, Rocky, or little Airedale Terrier.
He was a
We
good
had him
boy.
for 9 years. We put him down like almost a year ago.
Holy
That's
shit,
so
dude,
weird. That's almost a year ago.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it was September 27th.
Holy
was the day.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird. Because it
That-
feels like it was forever ago, but it wasn't even a year
It feels like it was a
ago.
few months
Even a
ago.
year ago, yeah.
Yeah, it literally feels like a few months ago. But yeah, we almost got another dog, but probably
Yeah,
not.
there were a little talk, but we're not gonna have another pet for a while.
Yeah,
Just
probably not.
Parent thing.
Preston also has a new dog named Bjorn. He's shown on
Bjorn!
screen
He's
many
so
times.
fucking cute.
A few months old at this. They've had it for a few months at this point, but
Yeah.
yes.
Bjorn's adorable.
Other hobbies? I mean, I build computers and do computer shit. As you can see, all the computer shit behind me. I do computer things.
Here's an interesting one from Pineapple who asks, "How did your families and other friends react to your success on YouTube?"
Well, I remember my godmom drunk one night, saw our
That was so
100K,
funny.
and she took a picture of us and
She was
posted
like,
it
"I
on her
need to put
Facebook."
this on
She's
Facebook."
like, you guys are famous. I'm like, no, Melina, it's multiple. There's multiple of it. She's like, you guys are famous, and
Like,
she was.
no.
she was like a
100K
half
is
a
nothing
bottle
on
of wine, too.
YouTube. It's not-
100K is
No.
cool, and you get a little plaque, but it's nothing on YouTube.
My
Yeah.
parents were like, good. That's cool. And then they watched one of the videos, and my dad's like, damn, you guys swear a lot. It's like, what the fuck do you think this is? We're like,
Did you
in
hear us downstairs?
What do you mean? And it was like we watched it was like the Amazon Moss video we showed our parents because like we thought it was fucking hysterical.
Wait, which one?
And like
The Amazon
the Amazon
Moss.
Moss.
Oh, right, the Echo. Yeah.
And like I played it for my parents.
Just laughing hysterically.
And there's the one where the kid's like, oh, Alexa, tell me a joke, and I was like, oh, fuck off or something, and my dad starts laughing. I was like, what?
Your mom is.
Such laugh, and my dad's laughing. I'm like, yeah, it's funny. Just laugh. just fucking laugh. But no,
No,
they've been like,
dude,
they were
remember that one time
surprised.
we I think you two were in the pool and I was like on the patio. No, let me fucking restart. So Moss was choosing a song to play over the speakers through the pool. And then I think you played a song with a swear word in it. And I was like, whoa. And your dad's like, oh, yeah, like I never heard you guys say that word before. Like it's not...
That makes sense.
But still, like swearing around friends or family is still like...
It's still
It's
weird.
still weird.
Like, I've like.
I only do it when I'm really mad. Like I think I announced like our moving plan. They sent us like the big email,
You're like,
and they're like, "Oh, well, actually, you're not gonna know when you're going back till August 10th." And I literally walk in my house. I'm like, "I'm fucking mad." And I was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "It's a bunch of bullshit. They told us this. They told us this. It's like they made us wait all this time for this shit." And she's like, "What are you gonna do?" You know, it's like they're kind of desensitized. It's like if we're doing it in an angry way towards them, they don't like it. But if we're
they
just
get
talking,
mad.
it's like whatever.
But if I'm just talking to Moss, I'm like, yeah, Preston was being a little bitch boy or something. My dad will laugh.
She's probably like, "Yeah, I probably will."
Oh my god.
Where are you, Charles? Did your parents...
Oh.
Well, do they like follow Justin's kind of stuff about like his aspirations for streaming and stuff? Considering he goes to school for like game design or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
They care about it, I guess, but like
Like not really.
I don't think they actually like understand.
My
it well.
dad has had multiple conversations with me. He's like, so Cary, this one has many views. I'm like, yeah, like so, but this video, like that one doesn't has that one has not as many views. Like, yeah, it's like, can you just do that more? And something against him, but like it's clearly a thing where it's like, Cary, it's like if you spend if you spend like 20 hours editing this video and it's like a frag movie, it only gets like 20,000 views, but this video gets 100K. Why don't you just do that more?
It's like it's exactly what you said. Boomer is not an age thing. It's a mentality.
No, but it's just, but it's like, I don't know. It is kind of like nice how like he does get someone involved in it, and a lot of times it's like just he doesn't understand, but it's just like, yeah, no, that makes sense. He tries. He tries.
Cary, your mom brought us to friggin' Atlanta, and when we were in Blade, what are you guys here for? We're here for the Overwatch event.
Oh, yeah, my mom.
My son and his friends have a YouTube channel. Are you subscribed? What's the name again?
Like I showed my mom like the Overwatch League and shit like that. I tried to at least give her a base of knowledge. Like I don't know.
This is what I do.
Maybe
this is what I.
Maybe it's like yeah, and I explained to like my mom. It's like all right, well Twitch, yes, like. And like even then I'm like so they just give you money. I'm like yeah, I don't fucking get it either. It's like that's another topic I won't get into right now. But it's like yeah, but it's just like I've explained to them and they have a somewhat understanding of like what I do. But no, it's just sometimes like they'll get it. I'm like oh I can't explain that. I can't explain this. I'm just like oh I can't. It's too hard.
I tried to explain like Counter-Strike and me streaming to my parents, but like pre-ban I was like all about like telling my parents about it, and like no, once I got banned I just so
why did you get banned?
Because when Peach donated me $1,000 they thought it was fraud.
And you got banned from
Twitch. This kid averages 3 viewers on Twitch. How the fuck did he get 1,000?
Yeah. So you didn't get the $1,000.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
8 months later.
Yeah, it took him. Yeah, like, nah, but
they didn't respond for 8
Granted,
months.
I haven't gotten any money from Twitch, and I've been streaming for like a month.
Yeah, you have to make 100. It's so dumb. So I could donate $99. Like, well,
I'm gonna donate $99 to myself on like a burner account.
I have like $50 waiting for me right now, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, no, but like, but things like your dad is an actual like. Your dad actually plays video games.
That
your dad's a gamer.
I hate that term is so like it's become so ironically used. Like my mom was like, oh, so like you meet other gamers. Like I know what she means, but it's like it's like
you meet other gamers.
I just say like I just use like yeah I play video games. I'm meeting other people who play video. I'm saying gamers. It's just like within like the meme culture, just saying gamer is such a like it's such an ironic term.
Gamers,
but no, like your dad actually plays video games. Like I remember when I was younger, I thought that was the coolest shit. I'm like, yo, your dad like he builds his own PC. Like your dad plays video games.
Yeah, no, the only problem with him sitting behind me when I play games is if I get pissed, like I cannot say a word unless we get mad at me.
You're like frick. He's like, Charles, are you winning, son?
For anyone who's actually watching this video on YouTube, the desk behind Charles is actually where his dad works, or that's where he games. As well,
he works there now.
Yeah.
And if you look behind me.
Okay, next question. Tiger has asked a lot of these questions, but they are solid questions. I can't lie. Who's the best cook? And this is mainly between Marc and Moss, I think.
I make a mean fucking mac.
I can't cook.
No, I actually
can't cook. I can make a quesadilla. I can make some pasta. Make some eggs in the morning.
I win. Next question. What, Charles?
No, something I actually like to do. I like to cook. Like it's kind of fun. But I'm not very good at it. Like
Gordon Ramsay over here.
Like no, but okay. I mean like quesadillas.
Preston would argue that he's the best cook, but he can make fucking what is his like rice and beans or whatever the hell he always talks about. His fucking
just his
Spanish
beans,
rice.
His beans dish.
I was home alone once and I made my own pizza. I was like,
oh, that's another topic. I'm gonna make a list. Like we can talk about times we were home alone. All right.
I had so many.
We got more. As I don't know. Well, we got more podcasts to go on. Sad Lonely Cat asks, "What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?"
The dream.
Actually,
I don't know.
this fuck. I gotta save another. This like I actually there's a short period of time between 2016 and 2017 where I wrote down. Well, not wrote down. I typed it down in a Google Doc, but I wrote down my dreams. If I had a dream,
here's not a fucking boomer. He doesn't use a pen and paper. He types it.
Listen, anyone who uses paper is a boomer. All right. If you like, once
Paper
on
burns.
when's the last
Data
time-
only becomes
data only deteriorates after a
accumulates.
couple hundred years. But no, like that's not like it's not I recorded my dreams, and I want to go back and look at them now, but that's another topic I gotta save. Let's see, is there anything else? Let's see. Toasty, well, this is the last one. Toasty's asked, what is the most fun video you've ever done? And I'm trying to think, but like I can't be bothered to think of one.
Well, because if you look at if you look at videos, I mean, for you it's a different question. Like, there's probably like with the frag movies and stuff. Did you have like fun, or like you were like really, obviously you're devoted to all of them, but like had like a really fun time like making certain things, being like, oh, this is actually cool how this is coming out. But I mean, like for us, it's like the only like fun video we've made, I guess, is like when we went to Atlanta, we made the vlog, or the fucking
dude, like
the dumbass fucking
The
house
mall.
tour.
the
House
mall.
tour.
The mall.
mall.
The dumbass house
Oh.
tour that you did with Moss and I, when he just like spooned fucking cake into his mouth.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, I don't
But
know.
we
I don't
have
know.
to have a story time about the mall.
Cause it's like we don't go out to like make
Oh, the
specific
mall.
videos.
With
Black
with
Friday.
Nick. Oh, we gotta talk about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
we
Okay,
have
we'll
to
save
talk
that.
about
Yeah, dude. Okay, we
Didn't
we
someone
have.
get shot?
Shh.
Yes.
That's a
That was when
cliffhanger.
someone got
That's
someone
there-
got stabbed.
Shh, no, no more. That
That was the year
Someone
before.
Cut that
ran
shit
into
out.
the-
Cut that shit out. Cut that
There's
shit
your-
out.
Someone ran into the Apple Store, started Fortnite dancing, and all the iPhones turned purple and
there's
green.
your cliffhanger. Okay, well,
And then
this
Steve
is.
Jobs came from the ground and shot the man dead in the Apple
we,
Store.
we have been recording for an hour and 11 minutes. I think this is a good time to stop. I hope you guys enjoyed this first.
Wait. There's one more question.
What?
Right? Matrixel asks, are these podcasts going to be a regular occurrence, or
Yes.
is this just a one-time thing?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Maybe Marco just hates talking, but we'll see.
Look, if you have any expectations for what we're gonna talk about, if you can try, I
You
bet
can find this podcast on Spotify by next week.
if you try to guess what is gonna be on this podcast, 99% of the time you will be incorrect.
Well, you'll also look at the title and then it'll be there.
That too. I mean, but that's for people who read. I don't do that.
Perhaps we chat.
Perhaps we
Episode
chat. This has
one.
been episode
Perhaps
1.
we chat, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope you
The-
enjoyed it.
We go up from here.
Let us know if you liked the video, like it, and if you disliked it, dislike it. Don't let your opinion be oppressed. We're not going to stop you from thinking what you want to think. Leave a comment if you wanted more. We do want to do more of these.
If I don't like your comment, I'll probably delete it though.
I don't know the next time we'll upload one of these, but I hope you guys like this. We do want to do more. But yeah,
Weekly podcast.
I think we should try.
that's not a bad
Especially
idea.
right now, we have the time.
This
We
doesn't
had
have to go on
nothing
the
to do.
podcast.
No, this is going to the podcast. Okay. Bye, guys. Everyone say bye.
Shut up.
My sound.
No, you're not doing your soundboard. No, I'm ending it.